I am Simon Claxton, President and Founder of the Sapphire Miriam Foundation, a nonprofit organization incorporated within the beautiful Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in the southernmost part of the Caribbean. Today is a very, very special session. We want to welcome all our partners throughout the Caribbean and the US as well. We have the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation with us today. This is our third year with them, and it's a real pleasure to have them on board. We have Ms. Sharon Page and her team, and our young entrepreneur, Lexi P, with us again, who was with us last year. So we'd just like to welcome the Steve and Marjorie Harvey team yet another year to share and to pour into you young ladies from all over the Caribbean. You're welcome Mr. Ricardo Mitchell, our media director, our one gentleman amongst us, who has been so valuable in contributing to the success of this program. And welcome to Diane in Guyana, partner there from Empire Plus, Dr. Joppy from the US, Project Cultivator. We have Let's Talk. This is Deborah from Dominica with us as well. Okay, so we're gonna check in with you girls just to see how you girls going this morning. So let's have a little 5-minute interactive session, and we're gonna pass over to the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation. Hi, Paige, I see you with us. Good morning. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi, we have the Accords from Suriname.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Hi. We have Dorothea. Dorothea, we miss you. Oh my gosh, it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you all.
Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful session today.
Yeah.
Remember the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, right?
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes, ma'am.
We had a great time a few years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, we have Angel and Grenada with us as well. Normally we have Savannah. Hi, Angel. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are we feeling today?
Amazing.
Amazing. Wow, who's amazing here?
Hi.
Shadika Dublin from Guyana.
From Guyana. Thanks, Shadika, for joining us. Wonderful, Shadika. Share some of that amazing feeling.
Hello, everyone. I'm from Dominica, and I'm feeling a 10.
Wow. Princess, I'm feeling a 10 as well, girl. Let's go. I see we have Shanae as well and Dominica with us today. Shanae John. Kalia is feeling 8. Kalia in Trinidad. Nice, nice. Who else? Come on, ladies.
Hi, my name is O'Hara and I'm from Suriname.
Yes, hi, O'Hara. Nice to see you.
How are you feeling?
Hi, Maura says she's feeling 7. Ladies, I hope that after this session, you all will be feeling a 10. That's the intention, right? You all to feel like a 10. What about Melanie? What's happening with you, Melanie? Katisha, how are you today? Katisha was one of our young ladies at our beauty brunch on the 26th of August. She had a wonderful time. Mr. Mitchell, any remarks before we start?
Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you doing? No remarks this morning, no. I am quiet, I am cool, I am trying my best to record without incident. I am so grateful for everyone taking the time to show up this morning. I know it's the middle of October, between Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas and people being in school and so many things competing for your time that even just taking a couple hours this morning to be with us, I don't take it for granted. So on behalf of the Sapphire Miriam Foundation, I want to welcome everyone this morning to the Dream Big Girls Empowerment Program. And it is so lovely to see some of the faces, and to hear the voices. it's amazing that we started this thing in this way in the middle of COVID, and now to check back in with some of the girls after a couple of years and to see some of the new faces stick it out with us, it's been a truly rewarding experience. And look, I see in Deborah in her lovely sapphire blue jersey over in Dominica. Deborah, how you doing? I don't know if you're talking, you're muted.
Deborah's
Yes,
muted.
yes, we're on hurricane watch. So we just was doing some last minute preparation.
Mhm.
So yes, man, all is well in Jesus' name. We're good. I'm so happy to be here. This is like, my family,
Yes.
Always happy to see and connect and see all the girls. Wow, such an honor and a privilege.
Mhm.
It is, it really is. So before we start, I just want to thank God for health and strength and life and yet another day in the land of the living, something we normally take for granted. Let's just say a quick word of prayer before we hand over to Paige. Go ahead. Dear Lord, we thank you for yet another day. Thank you for giving us health and strength and life and for bringing us all together as a Caribbean nation. We ask that as we enter this program, that you allow the facilitators to pour into the girls and for them to come out better persons at the end of this session. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you, guys. So we're gonna hand over to Miss Paige from the Steve Harvey Foundation. Hi, Paige. Take it away.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Paige.
How's everybody doing this one? I need to see my girls. Hold on. Let me see who we have out there. Diane doesn't have her camera on. Who else doesn't have their camera on today? Karen doesn't have her camera on. This is family, guys. Tendra doesn't have her camera on. Ricardo. And Terry has just started. Okay. You guys may want to turn your cameras on so we can see everybody. I think that would be great to start with. Okay, but just wanted to come on and say hello to everyone. Did you guys do a check-in? How's everybody doing this morning? I need microphones off. How's everybody doing this morning?
Amazing.
Amazing. Who was that? Janae. Write that name down, Terry. Janae. I've got something for you, Janae. How's everybody doing?
That's Princess in Dominica.
Okay, who else do we have?
Princess?
Yep.
Yeah,
Hi.
that's Princess in Dominica.
Okay, who else do we have? How's everybody doing this morning?
Good.
Who's that? Who do we? Oh, we have two of you. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Who are you?
I'm Dorothea Akoy. And I'm O'Hara Akoy.
Oh, where do you guys live?
Suriname.
Where?
Suriname.
Is that Trinidad?
No, it's near to Guyana.
Oh my gosh, I don't know, guys. I need to come see you wherever you are. It's near Guyana. What's it like there?
It's fun. Great. The sun is it's very hot now. Yeah, but it's great here. Yeah,
Okay,
and beautiful.
what do you do during the day?
We go to school. Yes, we're going to school, and I on the Mondays I teach children. I give dance.
Oh,
Yeah, dance.
wonderful.
Yeah, dance classes. Yeah, dance classes.
Awesome.
And if I'm free, then I do nails for people.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
you
I'm a
Miss
nail technician.
Entrepreneur.
Yes, Miss Ma'am.
You're little Miss Entrepreneur. Don't give up on your dreams now, no matter what anybody says. Is Terry there? My girlfriend Terry, I think she's out there. She has a daughter named Bria who had a dream just like yours. And now she's a big artist. And she's the one who did the collage for Ebony Magazine. Terry,
Wow.
you there? Unmute your phone.
Hi, good morning, girls. How are you?
Good morning.
Terry, what do you have to say to these young ladies? She wants to do nails. I just don't want her to give up on her dreams. What did Bria come up against when she was considering her dream?
There were lots of obstacles because Bree comes from a family of artists. I went to art school for fine arts myself, and I had to give it up because I needed to take care of my family, but my daughter has followed her dreams and she's worked hard. There were a lot of times that she wanted to give up because she didn't have the support that she needed. And I just told her just to keep going and don't give up and just keep doing her craft as best she could. She graduated from college with a degree in fine arts and photography. And she's a collage artist and she has done some amazing things. And she actually had the opportunity to do a collage of Janelle Monáe for Ebony Magazine a few months ago. And it has really opened up her career to bigger and better things. And now she's being commissioned to do work for companies and doing work for restaurants. They want her work in their restaurants. And she just did a breast cancer collage for AARP. So I'm telling you, whatever ambitions you have, stick to it, pray about it, and be consistent because it has worked for my daughter. There, I've seen her cry and kick and scream and say, I'm not going to do this anymore. And I tell her, pick herself up and keep going. And that's what she's done. And it's working out for her.
Thank you, Terry. Terry, what's Bria's Instagram?
It's her Instagram is b.sterling__.
b.sterling__. You guys follow Bria because she's going to be doing some things with us in the future. Thank you so much, Terry.
You're welcome.
Who else do we have out there? Thank you, T. Who else do we have out there? Anybody else want to say anything?
Hello, everyone. I'm Mia Hall. Thank you, Paige, and thank you, Simone, for having
Mia, we were talking to the children, but you can jump in. I was getting to know the girl.
Go ahead. No, I just wanted to.
No, go ahead, Mia. Do your thing.
No, I want to hear from the girls too. So
Okay. So that's Mia, our program director. Mia, thank you for being with us. I want to hear from some girls. Can we please keep track of the girls that are interacting today, please, Simone? We have those two young ladies. We have the first young lady. Who else do we have out there who wants to participate today? Nobody else. Okay. This is what we're going to do. Simone?
Yes, Paige.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So
We have
I'm going to
quite a few
give...
girls here on them. I'm not sure what's happening with them. They're shy.
They must be shy, but shyness gets you nowhere. So I'm going to give those three young ladies $100 gift certificate for Christmas.
Wow. Thank you. That's fantastic. I'm sure they're glad they opened their mouths now.
Okay, what do you guys? You guys going to say thank you or something?
Thank you so much.
1, 2, and there's one more. Those three ladies, we're going to work with Mia to get those over to you guys. Just a little thank you. You guys can spend it on Christmas or whatever, but you have to participate. You have to be seen because you don't know what somebody in front of you has to offer you. So that's the lesson learned with that, okay? So I want you guys always be present. That's the lesson. You have to be present. You don't know who's in front of you. You don't know who's watching you. Even my job with Mr. Harvey, I received that job because he saw me in the Bahamas doing work. He saw me doing work, he and his wife, and they called me a month later and asked me to come to work for them. So you never know who you're in front of, guys, okay? That's really, really important that you're always present, okay? And always remember, you never know who is watching you. Very, very, very important. Simone, you know what we're going to do? I think we're going to do a pajama party, a virtual pajama party with your girls and my girls. Okay. Madison and I came up with that idea, and I think that would be great. We're going to do a virtual pajama party. We're going to have our baby. I'm going to have Bria on there. We're going to see if Mrs. Harvey can join us. Ooh, so we want to do a virtual pajama party and invite the 20-some girls that are on this to our virtual pajama party. And Simone, thank you so much for what you do with these girls. You should be commended. It's awesome. It's great. And I know it takes a lot of hard work, but I just want to say, just don't give up, okay? Don't give up. Okay, who else do we have out there? We have, who's the next? I'm going to say Lexi and Madison are going to come last because they are very long-winded. Those are my two babies, and they have so much to say. I want to end with them. But where is Mia? Mia, what do you have to say to my girls today?
Hello, hello. Okay, again, thank you for letting me be here. But I just hope that the girls, are taking it all in, and leave something in the chat. If you don't want to speak, leave something in the chat. I know that some of you gave, on a scale of 1 to 10, how you're feeling, but why don't you put that number in the chat? I want you to, let's get the chat going. I want you to put also some of the things that you love and you enjoy and you're gifted at. So what are your gifts? If you could start to put some of your gifts in the chat, can you sing? Can you write? Can you dance? Like, just so we can see, God has given us all a gift. We are all born with something that nobody else can do. So I just want you to put that in the chat, because maybe if you're too shy to speak, singers in here. Okay, well, that's awesome. I'm glad to see that. What else? Who else? Do we have any people that want to be in media? I know we have somebody that does nails. And Princessa, I want to say one of my best friends from college is from Dominica. Her mother won Miss Dominica. I actually didn't know about Dominica until, hey, I didn't know about it until I got to college, but she told me, it was like, oh yeah, you're from Dominican Republic. She was like, no, Dominica. I was like, okay. So I'm so happy to see, you and other girls from the other islands represented. So my name is Mia Hall, came with the foundation at the beginning of the year, but been with Mr. Harvey for 5 years now, started on his talk show. So that was my first role in TV. And growing up, I would say, I wanted to, or at least when I was in high school, I wanted to be an athlete. So I had hoop dreams. I wanted to play basketball. If anybody plays sports in here too, y'all can drop a ball in the chat or raise your hand or something like that. Let me know. Okay, swimming. But yeah, so I was a high school athlete, and I thought that if I was a Black woman, like the only way that I could be successful is if I was an athlete or if I was an entertainer. And I couldn't sing. Like many of y'all can sing. I didn't have that gift. So I said, maybe my sports will get me to the WNBA. But I actually joined a program much like this one that helped girls to empower each other and build friendships that can hold them accountable. It was called Power Play NYC, and they introduced me to women that didn't play sports, but they looked like me, Black women, Spanish women, Caribbean women, that played sports in high school, but they were working for the teams. So I didn't even know that those positions, were existed. And so that helped me to think about, like, if I don't make it to the WNBA, if I don't make it as a professional athlete, I can work in sports. And that's really what started to get me to dream big. Maybe I can own a team one day. Maybe I can own a football team. I know, like internationally love soccer and football, but I was thinking maybe I could own a basketball team one day. So that's where my story started. But I had the great opportunity to go to university out here, Hampton University. That's where I met my friend from Dominica. And then I went to Harvard University, one of the top schools, but only because, definitely because of faith and because I would say my friendships and my peers had a lot to do with that. So that's why I wanted to encourage, everybody on here today, especially in high school, because those relationships, you may or may not have them for a long time, but they're going to be critical to your success, I would say, and even to your growth. So you are the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. I want everybody to, think about who's the last 5 people you called, who's the last 5 people you text message, because those are going to be, the reason why your life looks how it is, right? So, are your friends encouraging you to study? Are your friends encouraging you to, practice in your singing? Are your friends encouraging you take more singing lessons? Or do they let you know about where free workshops are for nails? Or, are they going to tell you to follow up? You know what I mean? With, Miss Terry or, or her daughter. Like, you want friends that will do that for you. You want that positive peer pressure. I want everybody to remember positive peer pressure. because you want that circle. Whoever you're hanging out with, that's what you're going to be like. If you're hanging out with people that want to cut class or cheat on their exams or, get bad grades, then that's what you're going to do. But you hang around the people like, hey, this girl, she's killing it in this class. How did she do that? You don't have to be her friend, but you can definitely ask her, how is she becoming so successful? So I want you to really think about, who's in your friend circle. Are they lifting you up? Are they, pulling you down? You don't want to be the smartest one in your group. Are they teaching you something? And that doesn't even mean smartest in academics. Somebody can know more about, healthy foods, healthy eating. Somebody can know more about fitness. Somebody can know more about sports, Oh, I just saw something that I don't like insects. That's what made me laugh. That's so funny. But thank you all. But yeah, so yeah, just remember you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. Get around positive people that are doing positive things, and that will help you grow and will help you get to the next level. So stay encouraged. You got this. Love all of you.
Thank you, Mia. Give it up for Mia. Woo, 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 woo. I'm gonna give it up. Oh my God, everyone is saying, oh, yes. That chat group is great. And Mia said, if you don't want to talk, you can put in the chat, but the chat doesn't work in real life. So I need you guys to be able to speak and verbalize. Okay? Verbalize. If you're a singer, you need to be saying you want to sing. Okay? If you're a writer, you need to be writing. Okay? So please keep that in mind. Next, I'm going to bring up my girl. She is, Princess said, okay, Princess. Next, we're going to bring our social media queen. And we're going to call this Social Butterfly. She handles our social media. Kenya is a beautiful, beautiful young lady who's been with us for years now. And what I want to say that she's going to say, I don't care what anybody says to you. Whatever you put in the universe stays out there. If you put a picture on Instagram, guys, it's going to stay on Instagram. Whether you delete it or not, they still have it. And I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. My friend was the vice president of Ralph Lauren Polo. Does anybody like cats? You're funny. Listen, so Terry likes cats. Yeah. So she says, Melanie loves them. I do. Okay, everybody loves cats. Me, you guys don't like dogs? You like cats? Are you serious? Okay. So listen, I was working for this guy, Ralph Lauren. His name is Paul Campbell. And he was about to hire this girl. So I saw him one week and I went back the next week and I'm like, well, did you hire, let's say her name was Kayla. He said, no. I said, why didn't you hire Kayla? He said, because I looked at her social media and I didn't like what I saw. Little did she know that her future employer had looked at her social media, ladies. So always remember, whatever you put out there, you don't know who's looking. Kenya's going to speak to that. And then I'm also going to speak to these pictures that you guys are sending these little boys. Yeah. Yeah. I'm talking to you. Right. Stop. You guys are ladies. You do not need to be sending any little boys any pictures of any body parts. Yep. We're going to be grown this morning. Right? Any body parts or of you. And I'm going to tell you guys, most of the time when these little boys are FaceTiming you, it's a whole group of other little boys that you don't see in the background or in front of them. So just be mindful of how my mom goes through my phone. I love your mom. Yes, I love your mom. Guys, just be mindful of how you interact with young men. And I'm going to let Kenya talk to you guys about social media. Okay? Go.
All right. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I want everybody to get off
mute
that hair and say, I want everybody to talk about how they're doing. Say one word that describes how you're feeling today.
Energetic.
Energetic. I love that. What else?
Feeling grateful.
Grateful. Cool.
Happy.
I'm feeling happy.
Excited.
Excited. Awesome. So I'm so happy to be here today to speak to you guys. Yes, like Ms. Page said, I run the social media for the Harvey Foundation, and we're going to talk about social media. I'm going to try to be as brief as I can. First, I'm going to talk about my story, how I got here, And then I'll tie it all into social media and some tips and how we could use social media as a tool and not a weapon. So a little bit about my story. I graduated, went to college, and I've always just been like really creative in the creative space. Love to draw, dance, paint, makeup, all those type of things, fashion. And so I went to college and I got an advertising degree. And out of college, I said, okay, I'm going to work for a corporate job. So I was a marketing coordinator at that at a space, a car company. So I was doing that for almost about a year. And I just felt like there's a limit on my success here. I managed their social media, I created events, did flyers and graphics, but I just felt like in this space, I was very limited. I couldn't really be as creative as I wanted to be. And so I decided I wanted to step out on faith and start my own career as a creator and be an entrepreneur and do makeup and do graphics. I wasn't really sure how I was going to do everything, but I knew that that's what God was pushing me to do. And so it's funny that Ms. Page brings up social media because I was at that job and I wasn't happy. Thank you so much. I wasn't happy at that job. So I was on social media and I was scrolling and I saw that there is a position. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Diana from the Dancing Dolls. It's a show, a majorette show, but she was looking for a graphic designer and I saw it on social media. So I went to apply. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it. I wasn't sure. I didn't hear anything back. I ended up quitting my job. And on the Friday, that was my last day. And on Monday, they called me and said, I want you to come in. I want to see your work. I want you to start doing our social media and our graphics. So because of social media, it allowed me to get that opportunity. And while I was working at that corporate job, at the same time, I was on my social media posting like my makeup stuff, the creative things I was doing. I was also posting my graphics and my portfolio. So I was using it to show my work. So that is how Diana saw everything that I was doing. And she gave me the opportunity to become her social media branding designer. And then she also gave me the opportunity to go on tour with them in 2019 to do their makeup. So all from social media and having a portfolio of my work allowed opportunities and doors to be open. But if on my social media page, I was talking about boys or showing different things, you know, they probably wouldn't have granted me the opportunity. If I was on social media, basically talking about how I was feeling or talking bad about my friends and things like that, it wouldn't have been a great representation of who I was and my character. So it's always important, like Ms. Page said, to know somebody's always watching you, even when you don't think that. And there's so many opportunities and blessings that can come from your social media platform. And so just to fast forward a little bit, I was working with her and I kept, working hard as far as I could. And it just connected me with different individuals. You see my dog in the background? Yeah, I have a dog. So it kept connecting me with different individuals and different relationships. And I met Miss Page and she gave me the opportunity to take over the social media for the Harvey Foundation. So it was such a blessing that connections were made and relationships were made just off of one opportunity. And that's really important to really make good connections with individuals, really be kind, have great character, because, my talent and stuff that opened the door, but what kept me there and kept opening was my character and the hard work. And definitely, keeping God as the focus, because honestly, I wouldn't be here without him. He made sure those doors were open and allowed me to open up different spaces for different individuals as well. So again, diving deeper into social media, like we talked about, you can use it as a tool or you can use it as a weapon. And another thing I'll say about social media, don't look for it to be your validation about how you feel about yourself. So if you get 100 likes, 2 likes, 3 likes, if you get 1 comment, 2 comments, 100 comments, don't allow that to determine your worth, right? So if you get likes, that's great. You got to keep everything at face value. If you get a comment, that's great. But don't look for that to make you happy. If I look for this phone to make me happy all the time, you're going to be upset. One day they love you, one day they hate you, So just use it as a tool to promote yourself, promote your platform, the things that you like to do. Use it to post your character, the best parts of yourself, of who you are, but don't use it to validate yourself and your worth and to make you feel like, okay, I have to go on here and show this and show that to get attention, you know? So I want to hear from you guys. What are some things that you can do? What are some positive things that you can share on social media? How can you use social media as a tool? Anybody have anything they want to speak to that? Promote, not validate, yes. You could put it in the chat or you could just say it out loud.
Social media can be used a tool to promote yourself, like you were saying. I know some ladies said that they do singing and nails. If you want to start your own nail business, start your own Instagram page and just start posting nail content, practicing on yourself or your friends. Or if you like to sing, post videos of you singing and promote yourself that way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like she's right, because you never know who's going to see that video, who's watching. You don't know at all. And I would say another thing is, like I said, if you're feeling sad or if you're not feeling the best about yourself, don't go on social media and start tweeting and making notes and talking about how you feel at that moment, because it's not going to go anywhere, you know? That's a small moment, a glimpse in time. And if you share the wrong thing, that could really have a negative effect on yourself. So what you need to do, my advice is, if you're having a bad day and you're mad or whatever, get a piece of paper, write it down, get a journal, write it down, crush it, throw it away. Because that can go in the trash. But if you use it as like a means to communicate how you're feeling in the moment, and it has really negative effects on your representation of who you are, you know? So you just want to use it to highlight the best aspects and the best parts of yourself and your character and, you know, all of the good things. Think of that. And think about, sometimes I'm like, would I want my dad or my uncle or somebody to see this picture, or would I want them to, if the answer is no, if you got to think about it, you probably shouldn't post it. If you want your grandma to see, you know, a certain picture that you're posting, if you wouldn't want her to see it, then it's probably not the best, you know? So that's something that I take into consideration before I post something. I think about, how is this going to affect me? Like, what are the lasting effects of this simple post or this simple picture? You know, is this promoting who I am? Is this promoting my character and my values? If the answer is yes, then you could post it. If not, you probably should just leave it alone. More opportunities.
Is that Melanie that has a question?
I think, yeah, Melanie, do you have a question?
Yeah, I just want to make a small contribution to the conversation. I think that people should post like motivational stuff on their Instagram pages or whatever, but I'm not on like Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. I just have WhatsApp and YouTube, but like personally, I think motivational things would help people. A lot of people tend to go on social media to get inspiration. So if you post something motivational while somebody is not feeling down, some people may like browse through your pages and just take in all the information. And you as well could go back on your page when you're not feeling at your best, you know, when you're feeling like demotivated or anything, you could go back on your own page and just view what you have posted before, and you could reflect on that, and that would help you to get more motivation, get more energy, strive to do something better and feel good about yourself, because you are helping others who are also feeling this way to feel alive, to feel much more, you know. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. You are so right. Mr. Harvey, he posts a lot of motivational content, and on Mondays we like to do Motivational Monday, and we just post, you know, different things that he's said and how he's inspired so many individuals. We get so many reels that people remake, just sharing how Mr. Harvey has really truly inspired them and motivated them in deep and dark times. So Melanie, thank you for sharing that. That was a really great point. Because a lot of people need it sometimes. You might be having a bad day, and then you'll scroll on social media and somebody could be motivating you and speaking to where you are in that moment.
Sure, no problem. I totally agree.
I appreciate that. Anything else? Oh, well, everyone have their cameras on. You look so beautiful. So sweet. Well, I won't hold you guys. I will wrap that up. But what I want everybody to do, if you can come off mute, I want us all to say, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am
I am enough.
I am enough.
Yes, you are enough. Absolutely. And I want us to say my validation and my worth
My validation and my worth
is not found
and my words.
is not found
on my phone.
In my phone.
on my phone.
On my phone.
Absolutely. Your validation and your worth is found ultimately through God and who you are. So don't look for it through your phone. Don't look for the likes. Don't look for all of those things. All of those things are great, but we're going to use social media as a tool and not a weapon. Okay. So I appreciate talking to you guys. And I really enjoyed this. You guys blessed me so much, so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Why are you guys cameras off? Why are you guys cameras off? Thank you. I need to see some pretty faces. You guys can't look any worse than me. Come on, guys. Who can turn their camera on? This is bonding time. Okay, somebody. Okay, all right. Hey, what is that, Tendra? Hey, beautiful. Who else just turned on? Give me a picture. At least give me guys, at least put a picture up there. Not these little white faces. What is that? Melanie. Hey, beautiful Angel. Who else we have coming on?
Hi.
Hey, Angel. Where are you, Angel?
Shippo.
I'm in Grenada.
Oh, wonderful. I heard all about her. It's beautiful there. Who is this beauty up here? Scratching her little head. HMO Global. Nakia? Is that Nakia? Does that say Nakia up there? I don't know if she can hear me.
Yeah, I believe that's Shanika in Guyana.
Shanika, can you hear me?
Shanika in Guyana.
Morning. How you doing? Oh, look at the little bonnet over here with who is this? Joanna and I can't see y'all. Y'all keep on living. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see this little writing. Who is this with the bonnet in the corner over here?
My name is Joanna.
Hey, Joanna, how you doing, beautiful? How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Where you guys calling in from?
Trinidad.
Okay, and Deborah? Hi, Deborah. How you doing, beautiful?
I am doing great.
Oh my
I'm just
gosh.
loving the girls and the interactivity. You know, I'm still learning, and it's just so refreshing to hear this. You know, even though I heard it before, but it's just really hammer home and reinforce, the knowledge. It's very, very good. I really appreciate it, Kenya. Thank you.
And Kalia, hi, beautiful.
Yes.
Then we've got Debbie down there. Who else do we have? This beautiful lady in these glasses. This is Marshall. Hey, beautiful Ricardo. Thank you guys for being obedient and turning your cameras on. If you didn't turn them on, I'm sure there's a reason why. Next, we're going to bring up, I don't know who I want to go next. These two dynamos, my children that I never gave birth to. Let me see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm going to do Lexi and end with Madison. Take it away, my Lexi P. A Morganite.
First of all, yes, Morgan. I'm currently here in a lounge in my dorm room, you guys. But I just want to say firstly, Miss Paige, I love you so much. Like, I just love you so much. But I'm so grateful to be here and talk to you guys today. Firstly, I just want to introduce myself to everybody who may not know me. So my name is Lexi P. I'm the CEO of Curlinistas, and I also go to Girls Who Rule the World, and I talk to the girls every single year about the importance of self-love and self-confidence. And I started off my business when I was just 11 years old, you guys, with my first book called Curly Girls Love Your Curls. And the reason why I started my brand is because I know what it's like not to have confidence. Growing up, I struggled a lot with my natural hair. I used to get bullied for my natural hair. Growing up, I really didn't see a lot of Black girls with their natural hair out, and I used to get teased for my skin color as well. So I knew what that was like, not having that confidence and that self-love. And as I was going through that journey of trying to learn to love myself, I couldn't find any books out there teaching Black girls or just girls in general why it's important to have that self-love and self-confidence. But the reason why I emphasize on us Black girls so much is because we're the ones that always get judged for our hair, the way that we act, our style, everything. And I want Black girls and girls to know in general that you are beautiful just the way you are. You don't need to change who you are for anybody. You need to love who you are. So I brought to Miss Page, I was like, Miss Page, I really want to start my own hair care line, and she helped me, y'all. I started my own hair care line in 2018, and it's called Curlinistas. And as of right now, I have a edge control, which I recently just came out with, which is so bomb. I have a detangler, curl cream, curl custard, and I also have bonnets as well. So you guys see, I just started off with the idea of helping young girls learn to love themselves just at the age of 11 with a book. Now I have my own hair care products that are in Sally Beauty and also other beauty hair stores and in salons as well. All because of an idea that I had in my head. It was something that I seen that needed to be done. I seen that it was a problem and I needed to help other young girls know that they are beautiful. And let me tell you guys, follow your dreams. You guys see how that's tiny idea, not even tiny, because that is amazing. But you guys see how an idea of just starting off with a book and now I have my own hair care line is just so amazing. And I want to let you guys know, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, anything that you want to do, start working towards it today. Every day, wake up as your best self. Imagine something that I do to help motivate me every single day is I like to have this alter ego of somebody that I made in my head called Lexi P. Of course, that is my business name, but my real name is Alexis. And there'll be days where I'll just wake up and I'm like, ugh, I don't feel like doing anything. Sorry, y'all, I don't know what just happened. But we all have those days where we may feel unmotivated. But something that helps motivate me is to show up as Lexi P. I'm like, okay, what will Lexi P do? In my mind, I have created Lexi P. She is beautiful. She is successful. She is hardworking. She is all these amazing things. Think about your best self, your highest self, where you want to be. It may not be right now, but in a couple of years, thinking about how this person acts, their traits, what they look like, all these amazing things about your highest self, and every day work towards that. Show up as that person. There are days where I just don't want to do anything, but I think about Lexi P. What will Lexi P do? And I show up as her. And another thing that has helped me too, like Nia was saying, have that amazing support system. It is so, first of all, I want to say I'm so grateful for Miss Page, because without her, I don't know what I would be doing, because she has helped me put me into so many amazing rooms. I've got a chance to be around millionaires, take in their knowledge, their advice. I've gotten so many great opportunities because of my mentor. And also to my friends, they help motivate me. Make sure that you have friends around you who want the same goals out of life just as you. If you're a person who wants to be successful and wants to have all these nice things in life, but you're hanging around people who are lazy, who don't want to do anything, who skip class, who aren't working towards their goals or don't have any goals for themselves, it's not a good thing. You need to hang around people who are going to motivate you. Hang around people who are going to push you to be your best self. I just want to leave with you guys to say thank you guys so much. I'm sorry, I'm not really looking at the chat. I'm trying to focus on what I'm saying, but thank you guys so much. But I want to leave with you guys. Follow your dreams. Oh, another amazing thing this page said is always be present. Put yourself out there, you guys. Always, always, always put yourself out there, because you may not know who you might be talking to or whose lives you could change. I'm here at Morgan State University, a college which is in Baltimore, Maryland. And any chance I get to, somebody always says, "Oh my gosh, your hair is pretty." I'm like, "Girl, let me tell you about my hair care line." And that's how I get more people to learn about who I am and my business. And always just promote yourself. Put yourself out there, whether that's even just saying hi and being nice to somebody. Always put yourself out there. I'm sorry, I got kind of off track because I was thinking about what Ms. Page said, but that is a great point. Always be present and put yourself out there. But yes, like I was saying, what I want to leave with you guys is motivate yourself. Want better for yourself. Every single day you need to wake up and think about, okay, this is the things that I need to do today to work towards even the tiniest goal that you have. Do that. And I promise you, you will feel so good working towards those working towards those goals. One thing that I also like to do is to create short-term and long-term goals as well. Those are very important. But also remember to stay in your own lane too. Do not compare yourself to other people, because everybody's life is different. Everybody's going to have different experiences, and not everybody's life is the same. Stay in your own lane, create your own lane, and want better for yourself. Anybody that wants to start their own business, do your research on what business you want to do, how much money you're going to be putting in before you actually make money, how much does it cost to sell this or sell that, create an Instagram, create a TikTok, do all these things that can work towards the goal of you creating your own business. Or if you want to be a doctor, find out how much time you're going to have to do in school in order to get to where you want to be. All these amazing things that you can do to help make yourself better. I want you guys to show up as your best self every day. Create that person in your head who you want to be and show up as that person. I love you guys so much. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Curlinistas. I will put it in the chat. And I just want to say I'm so grateful to be talking to you guys today. And I really hope that I motivated you guys.
Give it up for Lexi P, guys. Turn your microphones on.
We love you.
Thank
you.
Thanks for the thing you said. Thanks.
Any questions for Lexi?
Any questions, guys? And you guys can also put it in the chat as well. I just put my Instagram in the chat, and that's also love you too. That is also my website. So if you guys go to curlinistas.com, you guys can check out my website and my hair care products.
Lexi, I'll ask a question. I would say, how did it feel knowing something that was just an idea? How did it feel actually seeing it come to fruition?
It was such an amazing feeling. And every day I wake up so grateful that I'm in this position that I'm in now. Creating something in your head and watching it come to life is just such an amazing and cool thing. Even when it comes down to the videos that I make for promoting my hair care products or promoting whatever it is that I have, it's so cool being able, oops, sorry guys. It's so, sorry, that just made me lose my train of thought. It is just so cool because when you create something in your head and then watching it just come to life, I had this vision in my head. Oh, it would be nice to, have my own hair care products, but to actually physically have them is just so amazing.
Thank you, Lexi.
Thank you.
I think the thing with Lexi that's important, and I know you guys are quiet, but she shared her dream with somebody. That's important. You cannot keep it to yourself. And that's what I keep telling you guys. A closed mouth does not get fed, and you have to be able to talk. And I know everybody's saying it's okay, it's okay. I'm sorry, I disagree. You need to be aggressive in this life to get what you want.
Exactly.
Okay, Jesus was in the temple and he came back and turned over the table. Okay, he was not a meek, mild man. Think about it. So in this dog eat dog world, you have to be aggressive, and you have to be able to speak on, you have to be able to talk and verbalize what you want. Because if Lexi had not came to me and said that she wanted a hair care line, she would never had a hair care line.
Exactly.
She would have never happened. Period. If Madison had never said that she wanted to go to Dubai, she would have never went to Dubai. Would have never happened. So I understand the mute, put it in the chat. The life is not about putting it in the chat. So I'm gonna disagree with that whole concept. You need to speak. Okay. I see my friend up there, right, Mrs. Yes, you got to speak it. So important, Harold. You got to speak. Okay. Thank you so much, my Lexi P. And we're going to close out with my, I don't know what this one is. She thinks she's my mother, but she's my child. She started with the foundation years ago, 5 years ago. Now she's working with us. She's just done some great, great things with the foundation. So we want to close it out with our coordinator for programs, and she's moving on up. She keeps us all together. Take it away, Miss Madison Burns.
Thank you, Miss Page. So hi, ladies. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Madison Burns, and I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. I look at y'all as like my little sisters. I'm 22. I don't know how old everybody is. So if you can put your age in the chat for me so I can see what age range we're in. But I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, because at the end of the day, we want to see you guys win. We want to see you guys successful. Okay, my little sister's 13, so perfect. You guys are the perfect age. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I moved to Atlanta at the age of, I want to say I was 13. I was in the 8th grade. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was always a student who I could get by kind of easily, maybe not study so much. I got to 8th grade and I thought I could get in trouble. Little did I know that was a huge mistake, but it was because I was becoming a product of my environment. When I moved here, the school that I was in, it wasn't the best. It was a decent school, but what they did was all the new kids, they would put in, I don't want to say it was a class pretty much where students, we didn't learn. All we did was constantly get told, hey, be quiet, listen up, do this, do that. We weren't learning. So when I got there, I realized, like, you know what? I can't learn in this class. So what I did was, it was me and my friend JoJo. We would go to another class to learn. And what I realized is it was about taking initiative. And I would say you guys are still super, super, super young. So you're in the place to really realize right now. And Mr. Harvey, he always says, and this is in the Bible page, you can help me if you need to. But when we met with him, and he'll say it a lot on his motivational videos, to write a vision and make it plain. And those words spoke so well and resonated so well with me, because I realized, like, hey, if it's something that you guys want to do, write it down and make it plain. Make steps. Like, if you get an equation, it's step 1, 2, and 3. Okay, hey, I want to be a lawyer. I have to go to law school, and start putting some of your like dream careers in the chat for me so I can see where your head's at. But it's a place where you have to realize, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm capable of. And there's ultimately nothing stopping you. So that's something that I learned recently. And ever since then, being around people like Lexi, being around Paige, oh my gosh, you want to be Melanie, how old are you? Oh, you Oh my gosh, you are so young. So that's
I'm
kind of where I'm
13.
at. You're
Yes.
13?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So I want to be in the medical field. I want to be a dentist, but my major is biomedical science. So I love to
Oh,
see that you said that, because I'm already in the STEM field. But to be 13 and saying you want to be a biochemist, that's major. So kudos to you. Oh my gosh, Merly, how old are you? I wanted to be an architect too, but I had changed my mind. Are you young? Okay, so we'll see. I want to be a lawyer. Princess, okay, I think a lawyer is awesome because it only takes like 3 years. And what I want you to know is no matter how long something takes to become it, you got to know nothing great comes overnight. So if being a lawyer takes 10 years, do it, because 9 times out of 10, you will be in the position to retire early, and the life that you want, it's going to be able to be well provided by becoming something that ultimately is going to take care of you, and you're going to be able to take care of others. Because when you're in the field of serving, which Paige, I, and Lexi are, and Miss Mia, it'll let you know, and Miss Kenya as well, it'll let you know that at the end of the day, it's so rewarding because you know, hey, yeah, it took me 10 years to get here, but it's something that's going to leave a legacy. And I think another thing that I had learned early on is that this is like one of the things that I really, really, really live by. Because when I moved here to Georgia, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I didn't really have friends. The school that I went to, it was mostly white people. And not that I was lonely, but what I learned, and this is something that I kind of grew up on, I spent more time with my teachers, my counselor, and my elders, because at the end of the day, they're not gonna always be here with us. But while they're here, don't take that time for granted. So if your grandma, you see, hey, my grandma's getting a little bit old, it's time for me to spend more time with her. If it's your grandpa, take that time to really just hear stories, hear how, their lives went and some of the decisions they made. Because whether they were good or bad decisions, it's still something that you can say, hey, you know what? Grandma did this and I'm not going to do that. I'll be honest with you guys. My mom had me young. She was 19 when she had me. And, life wasn't easy for a long time. We've been homeless. We've had transitioning issues. And I realized, like, hey, by the time I have a child, I want to be stable. I don't want my kid, because, I went to a lot of schools when I was little. I didn't want to have to put my child through something where they're going to 3 different elementary schools and 3 different high schools. So make those decisions knowing, hey, my mom made this mistake, but I'm not going to make that mistake because I'm not going to repeat history. So if you know it's something that maybe your older sister did or your mom did, and you realize, hey, this didn't, turn out very well for my sister, I'm not going to do that same thing because I know how it's going to turn out. Or even if it's watching a movie, reading a book, it is important to know, hey, I don't have to make the same mistake to see that it's not going to work out. Like we all know, if you touch fire, what's going to happen? You get burned, right?
You'll get
I'm
burned.
sure. Yeah, everybody knows you touch fire, you're going to get burned. So if you know, hey, I'm not going to touch fire because I know what's going to happen, that's kind of how you got to look at life. Any decision that you make, think about it 2 times. Sometimes you got to think about it 3 times because you're like, you know what? This may seem like a simple little decision, but in the end, it ends up being something that you never would have imagined it being. And it can be really, really like detrimental to your future. So if you know, hey, I want to be a biochemist, right now is the perfect time to start reading books, reading biology, getting a full understanding. Because even now, guys, I am in my senior year. I still honestly feel like I don't know how to study, because I'm sure everybody, we're in school. Studying is a very specific skill and everybody is different. So it's not like a one size fits all thing. You have to make sure, hey, is what I'm doing making sense? Am I able to retain the information? Because any of you guys, do y'all like study really, really, really hard, and then you go to the test, you sit out and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening right now. I think everybody kind of goes through that. But what I realized is that it takes a time for you to realize, you know what, let me practice studying, because everybody knows, like, at the end of the day, and I think this is where I was going wrong, it's really about repetition. Like, no matter what, it's about repetition. It's about practicing. Do you guys know who Michael Jackson is? I know you guys do, but okay, so
Of
you know who
course.
Michael Jackson is, right? Do y'all know what age he started singing and dancing at? Can y'all tell me?
Was
Yeah.
he like 8 or 9?
Like 5, if I'm not mistaken. So he was really, really young. But moral of the story is he started at 5. To this day, he is still the greatest entertainer of all time. And think about it. A lot of artists aren't starting at 5. They're starting at 15, 20, 30 years old. But because he started at 5, it gave him leverage. So what I want you guys to leave this session with is knowing The earlier you start, the better. Even if it's just y'all picking up a book 5 minutes a day, saying, you know what, I want to be a lawyer, so let me start learning laws. Let me start learning what I need to do. What are my prerequisites to get into the university nearby me? Who can I go meet? Like, if you know, I want to be a biochemist, find a biochemist near you. Say, hey, can I volunteer for you? Because when it comes time to like meet a mentor, instead of asking them, hey, what can you do for me? Ask what you can do for them. How can you provide them value? Because when you say, hey, look, I'll come, file some papers for you, I'm sure it'll be calls you can listen into. And I'm not saying to eavesdrop or anything, but it could be something that you'll gain from that moment. And hell, sometimes maybe you'll realize that, hey, I don't really want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor instead, because you'll see, you know what, I thought this was going to be more exciting, but it's really not. So ultimately, I just want you guys to know that anything that you want to do, it's obtainable, but the earlier you start, the better. And that's something you can learn from Michael Jackson. He started at 5, and his dad was a little too harsh on him. But you look at Serena Williams, she's one of the greatest tennis players we've had, ever seen. She started severely young as well. So the younger we start, the better we can practice, the more we could repeat, the more we can really perfect our skills. So everybody has a gift. Everybody has something within them. And it's up to you to really make sure that you guys dig deep into your treasure. I think that's something TD Jake said, but just make sure that you're tapping into your treasure. You may have a gift at teaching children. So maybe you could be like over the Department of Education for your country. These are things that you guys can start thinking about. Like, I know in the long run, I would love to work for the United Nations. That's something it's an international global institution, but they help everyone worldwide. I've learned that, hey, I like to serve others. I love seeing that what I've done, this is something that person will have for the rest of their lives. Even if it's teaching your little sister how to braid hair, now she knows how to do her own hair. These are things that you can really take with you, because at the end of the day, when people come to your funeral, right, this is something just for you guys to think about. It's not going to be, hey, this person gave me $50 in my time of need. What they're going to think about is, how did you make them feel? How did you leave an impact on their life? Were you able to actually do something so meaningful that this person never wanted to leave your side? They always wanted you in their life. So just start thinking about those things, whether it's your friend, your mom. If your mom had a hard day at work, when she comes home, say, hey, mom, I was able to help clean the house. I was able to reorganize your room, or I cleaned out your car for you. It's those small gestures that really add up and end up meaning so much to people. And never think, hey, I can't do that much. Always think, even if it's something small, it still matters, and over time, people really start to remember that stuff, whether it's your mom, your dad, or your mentor. Just know that it's the small gestures that really count. And sometimes we overlook those small gestures, but just know that those moments are so important, because everybody remembers who taught them how to ride a bike. Like, that's something that everybody remembers, because it just felt so good to know. And Miss Deborah, did you have a question? I see your hand raised. Was it an accident?
Yes, yeah. I mean, this is so excited, what you're saying, start early. But Princess put up something in the chat. Princess is my daughter and my teacher.
Okay.
And she said KFC, the founder of KFC. And would you know the age the founder of KFC started the business, KFC?
No.
62. Oh, I just had to Google it.
Is this,
and I'm like,
this is KFC?
Yeah.
The chicken place, right?
Yeah, the chicken place. Kill foolish children. Kill foolish children, I call it. Sorry. But anyway. Yeah, so it's not about it's not never too late to start. That is the whole
never
point.
Too late. That's true.
Time to start is now. You can be 13 and maybe you can be weak in some areas, but never be afraid to start. Go from the basic, sit down, start, write it out, and follow it, because it's about you and where you are, not about where somebody else. So well done, Madison. I love it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, because that's a good fact. And honestly, guys, that's true. It's never too late. Like, it's some people who decide to change their careers at 50, maybe even, and they say, you know what, I want to go to medical school. It doesn't matter. Honestly, you can get through it. Everybody has time. And that's another lesson to know. Like, our time is precious because it's something you can never get back. So if you are spending time doing things you know darn well you don't need to be doing, it's time to change it up, switch it up. Because if you don't, I think it's like if you don't decide how your time is spent, your time will show you, you know, where it's spent instead. But you want to make sure that you're the one in control. Matter of fact, okay, this is what it is. If you set your thermostat to a certain temperature, right, you know, okay, my house is going to stay cold or it's going to stay warm. But if you never set it, it's just going to do whatever. And that's how life is. If you don't sit there and make a decision, hey, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to be, and stick to it, somebody is going to decide for you. So it's up to you to determine where you want to be. Or you may have somebody who is a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing come along and say, hey, I got this opportunity, you know, and I think you'll be the perfect person for it. Y'all, listen, it's some people out here who the devil has gotten a hold of, and you want to make sure you are far, far, far away from them, because at the end of the day, they don't have your best interest at heart, right? And I know sometimes we think our moms are being annoying, but they know what's best for us. And our moms, they love us. And you just want to make sure that you're really listening to them, because at the end of the day, y'all, it's some crazy people out here. And if they come say something crazy to you and they make it sound good, sometimes you're like, well, let me see what that's about. Let me give it a try. But at the end of the day, you got to know they are not for you. You know, listen to your family, listen to your teachers, and unless your teachers are negative, of course, but just really make sure you start thinking now, hey, if you know that there's something that you want to do, you want to leave a legacy, y'all, start today. It could be tomorrow, it could be today. Books are free. If y'all see some books laying around somewhere that are self-improvement books or money management books, y'all just pick them up, especially if it's free. Pick them up because it's knowledge and there's somebody who's been through it, and they wrote that book so that you wouldn't go through it as well. Matter of fact, we have an author in here. Miss Page is the author, y'all. I wish I could give y'all her book because we're going to have it on Amazon very soon. But y'all, her book helps with health and nutrition. And honestly, y'all, I love ice cream. Her book had me want to stop eating ice cream. And that's a lot for me. But Miss Deborah, I'll let you go really quick because I know I'm a little long-winded.
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying just really just hit to the core. I just had a conversation with my 17-year-old son, and just as you were saying, people out there, they will see you vulnerable, you want to make big money fast, and they will rope you into whatever scheme.
Yes.
And so you have to be mindful, you have to be careful with this thing, and you have to do life.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you don't do life, life will do you.
Yes.
So thank you.
No, that's true. And what you have to know is, y'all, if it sounds too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it is true. It's not good. So just stay away, just be mindful, and really just ask yourself before you sign yourself up for anything, think about it 2 times, sometimes 3, because at the end of the day, we all want you guys to be successful. You guys have the means to be successful. You have a treasure within you. And that's true, Mr. Ricardo. Fast don't last. So if it's fast money, y'all, stay away from it, because we all want generational wealth. We want long money. We don't want money that's going to come and go. So just make sure you guys are being mindful, learn from others' mistakes, whether it's somebody who is, struggling in life or somebody who's doing really well. You can learn from both sides. And I don't know, how long do we have? I feel like I've been talking for a long time.
Princess just give my favorite thing I like to say. All that glitters like gold is not gold.
Yes, no, that's true. That is so true. That is so true. So, Miss Simone, am I supposed to wrap up?
No, you go ahead, Madison. We're enjoying it. I must say such
You
wise
see why I
words.
saved her for last.
So such wise words for a young person. It's really inspiring me. You go right ahead, Madison.
Well, yeah, I feel, I could keep going all day, but ultimately, I just want to let you guys know, like, really just, if it's a book, like, y'all could pick the book up. I want y'all to read Miss Page's book, y'all. It's so good. Like,
Eat your food naked.
You said what?
Eat your food naked.
Yes, her book is called Eat Your Food Naked, but it's about just making sure you're taking care of yourself, y'all. Another thing is, make sure, even if y'all do y'all, I don't know if y'all say y'all have cats. Y'all can't walk cats, but I would say, like, just take your little cat on a walk if you can. I don't know if people take cats on walks, but just try to incorporate some type of physical activity. Because y'all, I'll be honest, I told Paige I was drinking these milkshakes and I didn't know that they had weight gaining powder in them. So y'all, I gained 10 pounds out of nowhere. And I really didn't
Huge.
like it. Yeah, like I gained weight. Paige noticed it. Everybody else was like, "Oh, Maddie, you getting big?" I said, "Oh my gosh." So y'all, I did a fast with my church, and it was like mostly fruits and vegetables. But y'all, ultimately, I ended up feeling way, way, way better. I dropped some of the weight. Some of it stayed, but just watch your health, because you don't want to eventually, if you don't pay for your health now and just start taking care of yourself, you're going to be paying for it later. And I don't want to see nobody, in a hospital or just struggling with their health, because y'all know, like, diabetes, it runs in our family over here in America. Now, I think y'all a little bit more healthier than we are, because y'all got
No, they're worse. They're worse.
okay.
The
Well,
islands are worse. And the book is about health and wellness. And like, you guys don't know, when you're eating, did you guys know that bread is sugar? Yes or no? Did you guys know bread is sugar? No, right?
No.
Bread is sugar. Pasta is sugar. Did you guys know that? Right.
No, I thought it was flour alone. I thought it was just flour.
Right. No, rice is sugar. Did you guys see? We're going to do a whole session on this too, I think, Simone, just on the health and wellness piece. Orange juice,
Yes.
sugar. It's all
Yes.
sugar.
That is
Your
true.
plate should be filled with color. Okay?
Vegetable-
You want color
vegetables.
on your plate. You want to stay away from everything white, pasta, bread. So we're going to talk about that. And that's what the book is about. And Madison just talked about it, that in the African American community, we have a large rate of diabetes and high blood pressure. But 90% of it is what we put into our body. Your moms, your grandmothers have high blood pressure, diabetes. They can come off of medication just by what they eat. So we're going to talk about that, guys. And we're going to see how you guys can stay in shape. Because I was a flight attendant. So when I was a flight attendant, ladies, I was weighed every other month. If I gained 10 pounds, I was furloughed. So back in the day, you were weighed. So yikes, man. Right. So can you imagine if you were weighed on your mom? We're not gonna talk about your mamas because they're not there. But we know my mamas can be a little fluffy, right? Can you imagine if they were weighed before they went to work? Right? So I want to talk to you guys about health and wellness, working out, some things you guys can kind of do to kind of stay in shape. I think that is really, really, really important. But I do eat cupcakes and pizza.
She loves pizza, y'all. That's her kryptonite. She loves a good pizza.
But
So
I can't have pizza and bread and donuts. You got to pick your poison. You can't have pasta and bread and cake and plantains and rice, right? And stew fish, right? You can't have all of that. Stew fish is fried. So we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to do on the next session. We're going to talk about the health and wellness piece.
Yeah, that'll be awesome, because everybody needs it. Because y'all, I've learned so much. Because Paige will tell me, like, Maddie, you can't eat all that, and I'll be like, you know what? Until I met her, y'all, I wasn't paying attention to what I ate. I kind of just thought, oh, I'm never gonna gain weight. I'll be okay, y'all. I lied. It's not true. You gotta
She told me, yeah.
So I've been more mindful.
Well, when I met Mia was a size 0.
Yeah.
But she's still in good shape though. But she's conscious.
Yeah.
I think I met Mia like 15 years ago. She was literally, gosh, she looked like olive oil. This how thick, this how fast she was. Don't tell her. This is her whole body. Right, Mia? Is Mia right?
Me?
Yes, you.
I used to have weight issue too, but but now.
Yeah, but what I'm just saying, she was small, but she's still a good size. But she's real conscious about what she eats. So just be conscious, guys, and remember portion control. And me and I can talk to you about that. She doesn't eat meat. I don't eat meat, but she's worse than me. She doesn't eat cheese or anything. I don't want you guys, you don't have to go that hard. Start with me, then end up where Mia is. I think it's great, but you have to look at your diet and talk to nutritionists and your doctors before you decide to go on a very strict diet. But I'm just saying, Mia is somebody, you guys can see how small she is now because she's always been conscious of her weight, which is a great thing. Because when you get it on later, and I know the elders on the Zoom can attest to that, it's hard to come off. Easy to come on and hard to come off. Right?
No, that's so true.
Yeah. But go ahead.
Well, we have a culture in Dominica. Most of the young ladies are walking around fat, the young women, they're like, well, you know, they have that African slave mentality.
Yes.
I don't want to lose my bottom now, uh, my assets, and then when they become in the 50s, 60s, high blood pressure, diabetes, sickness step
Right.
in, and
Yes.
the issue
Yes.
is just slipping. It's no
Then you
longer sexy.
right. Then you lose a toe, then you use a foot, then you use a leg. Then
Yeah.
you lose your
Yeah.
eyesight. All because of what your diet. So
The diet.
let's just make that something that we talk about. Trade in the kitchen. Muscles, yes, abs are made in the kitchen. Yeah, that's true. Abs are made in the kitchen. So that is so true. And lots of water intake. I'm gonna tell you something else you guys are not doing. This is in my book. It's called The Royal Throne. You probably are not going to the bathroom like you should. Don't answer. I can see who's constipated right now. I see it. But let me tell you the key to that. Water. Drink plenty of water. Waters will flush your bowels. Okay? You're a queen. You should be on the royal throne every day. Okay? And that's in my book too. Kind of funny, right? It's kind of cute. But you guys have got to start drinking more water for your hair growth, right, Lexi? Remember, it's a garden. If you want your hair to grow, drink water. It's like watering a flower, right? So you got to drink plenty of water. So I want all you guys to promise. Yay! My girls down there with the water. Promise me you should drink. Listen to this. You should drink half your body weight in water in ounces every day. So if you weigh 180 pounds, 100 and maybe you guys should be around 130, 140, maybe 70 ounces of water per day. Half your body weight in water a day. You're going to see I see you. Yeah, Angel. You're going to see your skin looks better. Your hair is going to grow. All of that. And put a little flavor in your water. I saw somebody said that. Take a little something and put it in your water. But I don't care how you drink it. Drink your water. Okay? Lexi, I'm going to say thank you guys because I've got to run. I've got a tree being removed in my yard right now. But I'm going to go. We are going to come back and we're going to plan a great pajama party, a virtual pajama party. I'm excited about that. But Lexi, I'm going to let you end it up and then we're going to turn it over to Miss Simone. Thank you guys. Be blessed. Have a great weekend. And remember, you are enough. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. You are enough. Okay? Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Paige, you are amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Paige, before you go, I just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you
Let's
so
close
much.
this off.
And Miss Simone, I do have one little quote. Can I share it with you guys real quick?
Sure.
Okay, so and I just heard this one yesterday and it just stuck with me. So I'm gonna share it with you guys too, and hopefully it'll impact you guys the same. But it says, a wise man once said, hate has 4 letters, but so does love. Enemies has 7 letters, but so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. Cry has 3 letters, but so does joy. Negativity has 10 letters, but so does positivity. Life is two-sided, so just choose the better side of it. So I hope you guys like that one because I was like, wow, it just made you realize like you can go, either way, but just do what's right, so just stay on the right side and you will always be blessed for it.
I don't know if it was me, but it just sort of freeze halfway through what the old man said. I don't know if it's just one.
You want me to go through it real quick?
Yes, please.
Okay, so it says, a wise man once said, hate has 4 letters, but so does love. Enemies has 7 letters, but so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. Cry has 3 letters, but so does joy. And negativity has 10 letters, but so does positivity. Life is two-sided, so just choose the better side of it.
Yes, I love it. Yes. I wanted to share something about gut health because gut health is very important. That Miss Page was talking about, sitting on your throne once a day. What I do every new moon for 7 days, I take a piece of aloe, like the size of my 2 finger, aloe vera. And then I just peel it. And just take, like the size of my 2 finger for 7 days. I do it every new moon for 7 days and then I stop. If you have problem with constipation, And even if you're normal, that will let you go at least twice a day. And it just cleans out the intestine. Highly recommend it. And also noni. See, I have this jar here with noni. You know what's noni? Yeah, it's in many health products being sold. If you go to your health food shop, but we have it here growing in Dominica. So I just pop it in the jar. I put it on my windowsill and just let the water drop. And I will just drink like a teaspoon every morning. It tastes like wine. So yes, and this is also good for gut health. Nature gives us exactly what we need. Herb is the healing of the land. So I will share it with you. Thanks.
Thank you for that. I've never seen that one before. How do you spell it?
Noni, Nooni.
N-O-O.
If you get in a health food shop, they have noni juice. You can Google it.
Okay, I'm gonna look into it. Thank you for sharing that. Is this the Google
Yeah.
link?
I
Is
Princess
it
just
like a
put in the name.
plant?
Yeah, it's a plant. It's like a fruit. And
Mhm.
then I just leave it for the fruit to drop. That means it's fully ripe. Just pick it up, wash it, and I put it in a jar. It makes it so easy. And then as the
Okay.
water drops, and I'm so like, it's like tastes like wine. It just makes me like, ah.
No, that looks
And,
good. I'll have to try it.
and it's like an acquired taste, I must tell you, because when you smell it, it's like, same like the aloes, an acquired taste. At first, like, oh God.
Yeah.
But what is bitter in your mouth is sweet on the other end, and what is sweet in your mouth is bitter on the other end. So
That's true. Because I don't know. Aloe is a weird taste. It kind of tastes
yeah,
poisonous a little.
yeah. But you can blend it up with orange juice and
Yeah.
like with strawberries and different things, to adjust the taste. But you're getting it nevertheless the same way.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
in
probably need to try.
200 different products for your hair, all different skincare. There's so many different products that is always being used in. And, we have it 100%. You can grow it in flower pot. It grows everywhere. It's a very hardy plant.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna check it out because that sounds good. I probably need to go get some today. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, baby.
Before Lexi closes off, I just want to say thanks so much to Paige and her team. It's been a wonderful session having you young ladies on board. I think Paige and I share so much in common, that passion for health and lifestyle. I'm really excited about her book because, especially this past year and a half, I've had a lot of health challenges, and my health has become so much more important to me now. And exactly what she's saying, looking at rice and pasta and those lifestyle diseases of diabetes, blood pressure, etc. What you eat, you really have to look at what you eat, especially as you get older, right? So I think it's going to be really, a lovely session to have her back to talk, with you young ladies on diet and nutrition. And the thing is that everything that goes into your body should be contributing nutritionally to your body. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. You need to put nutrient-rich food into your body to keep your body going. As young ladies, it's really, really important. That passion for health and that passion for empowering others, I really see that, in common between Paige and I. And I really thank you, young ladies. She's doing some great work. Madison, Lexi P, from you budding young ladies. It's absolutely wonderful. Madison's so wise, at such a young age, and Lexi so driven, with your passion for entrepreneurship. It's so wonderful to have Mia on board. And, Mia, your dreams of dreaming big. Those are my two keywords. As you know, our program is called Dream Big Girls Empowerment. And no dream is too big. I always tell the girls that no dream is too big. And anything that you dream, you can achieve. Setting your goals. I mean, it's really been wonderful having you guys on board. It's an emotional session for me, just, seeing how much I have learned as well. So I can't imagine, how much the girls have benefited. I'm looking forward to that pajama party. So, and the other thing is, I have a dream. Yeah, and I have a dream that we'll be able to host our regional and international partners in Trinidad soon. So we're hoping to see some of you guys in person here. If that dream comes true, then it's probably going to be before the end of the year. So you'll be in time for like our Christmassy kind of atmosphere in Trinidad. Experiencing some of our beautiful beaches and our culture and our scenery. So I'm dreaming big, and I know that that dream will come true. So let me let Lexi take over the floor if I talk too much. Go ahead, Lexi.
I just want to say thank you guys so much for allowing me to be here today and speak with you all. Um, really quick, while I close out, I just want all the girls to write down at least one thing that you learned or you're taking away from today, whether that's something about nutrition, goals, social media, anything. Just write one thing in the chat that you've learned and that you're going to be taking away and using in your everyday life. I just want to say, if there's anything that you guys want to do, put your mind to it, write it down, work towards it every single day, whether that's the smallest goals ever. Work towards your goals every single day. You guys can do anything you put your mind to. Anything that you want to do in life, you can do all by working hard. I just want to say again, thank you guys so much for having me. I'm seeing you guys put in the chat. No dream is too big. Yes, you're only successful as exactly. Work hard, guys, and you guys will achieve your goals. I really hope that I got a chance to motivate you guys today. And yeah, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, follow the Harvey Foundation on Instagram. And yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thanks so much, Lexi. I think what Kenya said is very important as well. It kind of made me rethink, myself, social media and what you put out, especially if you're not in a good mood, and that kind of stuff. So that's very key, especially for young persons, because, they're very tech, savvy, inclined. So everything is going into, social media and putting it out there. So we have to be careful what we put out there because it could come back and bite us at a later stage. So young ladies, always keep that in mind. What you share in the public space will always remain public, okay, with the internet. So keep that in mind whenever you're putting anything out there. Does anybody else want to make any contributions? We have Dr. Joppy in the US.
Princess Rose, you want to say something?
Yes, thank you. I learned that it's never too late or early to start a business or to change directions. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yes, no matter what age you are, where you are in life, if you have any goals or you want to do anything, go after it and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it because you can. You can do anything that you put your mind to. Anything that's a thought in your head can become a reality, all up to you and your actions. Anybody else have any questions that they want to put in the chat or any last motivational words? You guys can come off.
And any questions too. We'll take questions if you guys have any.
Hey, good morning. This is Dr. Robin. I just want to say this was so inspiring today. I'm super, super excited. I love to see young people following their dreams, pursuing it. As a visionary, I know how important it is to dream and to dream big. And today's session was just a confirmation and an add-on to the girls who have been on for several weeks. We talked about social entrepreneurism a few weeks back, and several of the girls in here have dreams, they have visions, and they're working on businesses. So to have Lexi P and Madison and some of the others come on and motivate, encourage, and you're living examples and testimonies of what it is to follow your dreams and your visions, that anything is possible. You just have to believe in yourself and just keep pushing and believing in you. You are your biggest roadblock. If you don't believe in you, who else will? And so I just want to thank, of course, Simone for putting this together, and Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, for everyone who came on today, Lexi P and Madison and everyone who spoke today. Thank you so much, Kenya, and just everyone who came on. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks so much,
Thank you so much, Dr. Robin.
Thank you so much. Princess, did you want to say something?
I want to ask a question. How do you juggle like school and your work at the same time and then find time for yourselves?
So it is actually very hard and very stressful. But something that I do is I use a planner. I have a actual what is it called? Dry erase board calendar in my room so I can always just erase things, write new things, write motivational things, and also too I use what's that called? Google Calendar, and it also helps save like different reminders and stuff on my lock screen. So in order to manage, I like to plan out my weeks, plan out my days, always be very intentional how I use my time. If I'm not doing something for my business, then I'm doing something for college. And I don't know if you guys know, but I did used to do homeschool. So it is a really huge transition from doing homeschool and then being in college, but I am managing all by just prioritizing my time, using planners, and making sure that I am staying on top of whatever my weekly goal is. That's why I said it's very important for you guys to set short-term and long-term goals, whether that's goals for the week, for the day, for the month, anything that can help you. Setting goals and setting tasks to do for monthly tasks, monthly goals or whatever can really help you get to wherever you want to go, because you actually have those things written down. It's like, okay, I know I need to do this and that and the third, and that really helps as well.
And I'll also add to that too. And just make sure, listen, y'all, because I'd be stressed out too at work, but take it one day at a time. I've learned to do that, and it kind of minimizes some of that overwhelming, because sometimes, y'all, I still procrastinate and it's not healthy. Like, what I've learned to do is in the summer, like right before you start school or college, make sure you're keeping your mind sharp, you're keeping your mind fresh, even if it's just reading one book during the summer. How long is your summer breaks, like 2 months? Do you guys have summer breaks, or how long are they?
We do have summer break. I think it's for 3 months.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice time. Okay. So like during those 3 months, just make sure you are still keeping your mind fresh. Because I know when I was little, yeah, I used to forget about school, those summer breaks, but make sure you're at least reading, one little book. But like Lexi said, having a schedule is really, really important because you're able to prioritize what's important versus what's not. Some things, if it's due in 3 weeks, you don't have to worry about it so much. But sometimes too, you guys trick yourself into thinking it's due earlier than it's actually due. So it's like, oh, even if you crammed the night before, technically I still have 3 days until the real deadline. And let's say you want to submit something early to like a teacher, you could submit it early, say, hey, teacher, how do you feel about this? Should I edit it a little bit? And then by the actual deadline, if you submit it, hey, I did everything I could and I did a good job. So you'll get a good grade. But sometimes it's good to trick yourself and say, hey, it's due 3 days earlier than it's actually due. And then, you'll always be ahead of time no matter what. So even if let's say you forgot that you told yourself it's due early, you still got it done ahead of time, because most people aren't doing that. So sometimes it's okay to like play a little mind game and set the deadline earlier than what it's actually due. So you'll never be behind. You'll always be ahead. So I'll leave it with that. Melanie, you have a question?
Yes. Like when sometimes you're feeling like demotivated, with your like hobbies and like you're feeling like, why do you do this? This wouldn't help me in future or anything like that. How did you all cope with that? Because sometimes people would tell you that you could be doing something um, more, what's the word?
So are you asking like how to stay motivated even when you feel lazy?
No, not like that. I mean, like, how do you stay motivated when when you're doing something that keeps you motivated, right? But it's not something that would benefit you in what you want to do. So, like, say, for example, you like to do art, but you have like this specific goal, and today you're just feeling like, okay, well, I don't really want, I'm not really feeling like to do this. So you would go do your art, and then like somebody would just come and say like, you could have been doing this to benefit this, and to benefit you towards your goal. And then, but you're doing the art to get motivated to doing what you have to achieve your goal, right? How do you all cope with that?
Lexi, I'll let you answer. I'll just add a couple things to that. I think there's a lot of times where we have things that bring us joy, and other people may not understand why it is that we're doing that. So, like, if you're into art and maybe your parents don't feel as though art pays the bills, they'll say, well, you know what, don't do that because it's not going to bring you any reward. But what they don't know is it's bringing you intrinsic value, and intrinsic value is what you can't see. It's something that you feel. So ultimately, don't let people stray you away from the things that you like and the things that you enjoy. And if it is art, just let them know, like, hey, this is what I do to stay sane. This is what keeps my mind, intact. This is what stops me from going crazy, because it may be actually therapeutic for you. And there's ways you can monetize your hobby. So if it's art, maybe there's somebody who wants a new piece of art in their house, or if it's somebody who wants a new, like those structures that you make out of clay and they're like hardens and you could paint over it. Like maybe you want to start making bowls or something. I forgot what you call it, but it's like when you make clay pottery. Is it pottery?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's pottery.
right.
So, maybe you could start painting pottery and sell it, at your local market or something, but don't let others influence you so much to the point where it's stopping you from doing something you like and it ultimately brings you to becoming unhappy. So if it's art that you like, Melanie, and maybe dad is like, oh, honey, spend your time reading a book or learn about biology. So, you know what, dad, this is what stops me from going crazy. So this is what I have to do to stay sane, and just, let them know that you're doing it for a reason. And it may be something they don't see or they don't understand, but it's not up to them to understand everything, because this is your life at the end of the day. And I know that they want you to be happy. So just be mindful of knowing, like, hey, they may not understand the benefit of this, but you do. Because what you don't know is that this could be paying you in the future. Like some art pieces, I think Eddie Murphy has an art piece, and it was on the Good Times show. When he bought it, it might have been like 500,000. It's worth like 20 million now. So you can have an art piece that's worth $2 right now, but when you get older, it's worth 20,000. So don't ever let people underestimate the activities that you're taking, time to spend on, like let them know, hey, look, this is what I got to do. This stops me from going crazy, and this is what helps me stay sane. So just know there's benefit that you see that they don't understand. But like I said, it's not for them to understand. It's just something that they need to accept. So don't let people, stray you away from what it is that you have going on, because a lot of times they don't know any better. So you can't let people influence you too much. But okay, Mr. Ricardo, I think you were next. Did you want to ask a question?
Yeah, hi. I wanted to contribute to that particular question because most of the people who have a problem with your work-life balance don't have a work-life balance, right? They came from a generation where it was the idea of work-life balance wasn't even a factor. So, you know what? The whole work, 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 get to retirement age and then try to enjoy your life until you die type thing versus now understanding that old age and retirement isn't guaranteed. So you have to try to get the value from life as you live it, which is part of the intrinsic value that you spoke about. The other side of it is that a bicycle has two pedals, right? Never seen anybody ride a bicycle with one pedal, right? If you try to pedal only on one side, you just go in a circle if you move at all. So discipline is one pedal, motivation is the other pedal. So what happens is when you are disciplined, but you're unmotivated, you only go as far as you have to. If you're motivated, but you have no discipline, then you only go when you want to. So if you find the balance between discipline and motivation, you will continue moving. You will continue moving even if, all right, I'm tired, but I know I want to do more. Or I don't feel like doing it, but I know that I should. So taking a rest, doing something that could refuel your motivation is important. It's not just about doing the thing that is productive. sometimes it's about doing anything that is restorative. It is about refueling you, re-energizing you, putting your love for it back in your heart. And there's one thing that I completely agree with the idea of monetizing your hobbies if you can. But I completely agree with the idea of not monetizing your hobbies because then it also becomes work and a responsibility. And you might lose the joy you get from doing it because you feel like you have to. And now it goes from being fulfilling to you to I having to satisfy a client because they paid me for this. So again, the whole idea is of balance, of a little bit on one side, a little bit on the other, so that anytime you run out of one, you could rely on the other one. So if doing art gives you the opportunity to recharge enough to go back to doing work, well then fine. It's part of your work-life balance. And if they don't understand it, it's probably because they don't have a healthy work-life balance themselves. So thank you
That is
guys.
so true. Thank you so much for that. That is so true.
Yes, I totally agree.
Thank you.
Totally agree. That is so, so true. I mean, this session has been wow. I mean, it's been really, really amazing. So many, important nuggets dropped throughout the session. And I just want to stress one of the points that Paige made, that as young ladies, as individuals, we need to speak up. Sometimes this chat typing and all of that, yes. But we need to talk. We need to verbalize what we want, what our dreams are. We need to talk it, because if we don't talk it, no one will know, and then you won't get that support and that help. So we have to be aggressive. We have to go after, not aggressive in a bad way, but we have to go after what we really want in this life, especially as women. We have to stand up for what we want, be aggressive, and go after what we want. Because nothing is going to get handed to us if we sit in the background and be quiet. Okay? So speak up for yourselves, verbalize your dreams, write it down, verbalize it, and go after what you want. I mean, I would have never imagined that after 12 years that this foundation would have come to this, and this is what would have been happening. This dream was born when my daughter was just probably a year and a half. She's 13 and a half now. So it's been a long time coming, and to see what it has turned into is really, really, it's satisfying. No money could really buy the joy and the satisfaction of being able to reach persons all over, the Caribbean and the world, and being able to make an impact into the lives of young ladies. The foundation is named after my princess, Sapphire Miriam. She's online. I just want to kind of put on the spot and introduce you guys to my special gem. We are all gems, but she is the Sapphire. Sapphire, you want to say hi? These are the young ladies from the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation. We're not seeing your beautiful face. What happened to the camera?
I'm working right now, so
You working?
yeah,
What work you doing that they can't see that beautiful face?
physical work.
Let's see the beautiful face now.
Yeah, okay.
We have grandma in the background.
Mhm.
Let's see that pretty face, my princess. So this is Sapphire Miriam.
Yeah,
She's not
hello.
with me at the moment. She's in the UK. We've been apart for the past year and something, but Sapphire, we're not seeing you. Anybody seeing Sapphire? Oh,
Hi.
there she is. Wow. This is my pretty princess Sapphire, the inspiration behind all I do. She's blushing. Oh God, she doesn't like the attention. Sapphire.
Yeah.
All right, so just wanted to introduce you guys to Sapphire Miriam. Thank you very much, Sapphire.
Okay,
Got anything
thank
to
you.
say? Any words of inspiration for the girls? Sapphire loves art. She's a great artist.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she loves to sing. She loves to dance. Yeah. You want to share a few words,
I
Sapphire?
do. Just do what you want and, be realistic and follow your dreams. And also just work hard and you'll get there eventually.
Yes, that is so true. Thanks very much, Sapphire.
Bye.
All right, so can I hand that over to Madison and Lexi? Unless anybody else wants to say anything before we close off.
I think I'm good. I'm gonna just leave my thanks to you guys. I had so much fun. I'm looking forward to the pajama party,
Oh,
and
yes.
I hope that, anything that we've shared has really resonated with y'all, and y'all are feeling motivated to just, start following your dreams. Even if it's, baby steps every day, just start, because, you guys can be whatever you want to be, and it's more than possible. Everybody has a gift within inside of them, and, just tap into your treasure, because it'll really it will result in rewards later on in life. And even now, you'll start to feel really good knowing, you know what, I did what I said I was going to do. And that's always a good feeling. I know Lexi can relate to that. And even Kenya, when she left her job, I remember she told me that story. I was like, wow, like, I'm so proud of you, because you're going to be happier on the other side, especially when you're following your purpose. You're going to be happier. It's not going to make you sad. Like, when you're living in your passion, it feels good. And I know Mrs. Simone can relate to that, because she started her foundation inspired by her daughter, and because of her being a mom and seeing how life is, like she said, you know what, I don't want girls to go through the same things maybe I went through or my daughter went through. So just know that everyone around you wants to see you win, wants to see you succeed, and if they don't need to be around you. That's just bottom line. But I just want to say thank you. We're so grateful to have been here, and we're looking forward to our next event. And thank you so much, Ms. Simone, and Mr. Ricardo, and Ms. Deborah, for having us. And we love you guys so much. And just thank you. I do have to jump, but I just want to say thank you guys. And we really had such a good time.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. And Simone, if you could send us the recording too, I would love to be able to share clips on social. Thank
Definitely, we'll do that. So Ricardo will be
you.
sorting that out for us, and as soon as we'll send it across. He's a media person, so.
Thank you.
So thanks very much, guys. Yeah, we just want to thank you for joining. We want to thank all our partners from throughout the Caribbean, and also our financial partners, our sponsors, Trinidad Generation Unlimited, National Lotteries Control Board, GMMB Bank. We also have National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago as well, and the Unit Trust Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago for all supporting us throughout these years. It's been really wonderful having them on board. Without them, this program would not be possible. So thank you guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.